Hi, Dr. Jen here. Today what I want to share is my top 3 ways that we can use curiosity better as parents, because I think as a fundamental parenting principle, curiosity not only makes us better parents, but it makes it more fun to be a parent. So we talk all the time about curiosity in kids and how great curiosity is for getting them engaged in school and life. But we never talk about curiosity when it comes to parenting. So I have 3 ways that I think you can use curiosity to improve your parenting journey and help your kids' well-being along the way. So the first way is to get a lot more curious about our kids. I think as we rush through life and run from one activity to the other, making school lunches, and just in our busy lives, we forget to stop and ask why more often. So when your child's going through something, when they are talking about something they're interested in or a struggle they're going through, try to get really curious about what they might be feeling and why. A lot of times we quickly jump to parent or discipline our kids when they're upset or do something wrong, and we forget to really get curious about why they might be doing that. And when you do that, it's amazing how much calmer you feel as a parent when you're really just trying to figure out what's going on with your child. It's so much better than jumping to discipline your whining child or your child who might have done something mean to a friend or whatever it is. Try to get more curious about that. The second thing that you can do as a parent to tap into your curiosity is to get more curious about yourself. So our reactions to things often tell us a lot about how we're feeling inside, and there's usually a reason. If there's something about your kids that drives you crazy, for me, it's definitely when they argue with each other. I can hardly control my temper when they start to bicker over the smallest things. But the more curious I get about how I'm feeling, the more I understand myself, the more I learn from that experience, instead of just jumping to blame my kids for making me crazy. And, ultimately, it's not your kid's fault when you get angry or when you're frustrated. Your own feelings are your own to control, and we want our kids to learn that through us. We want them to feel like they're in charge of their feelings too, and they can do that by watching us. So start to get really curious about your own reactions to things. The third thing that we can do is to get a little bit more curious about the really interesting and exciting things that our kids are learning. So my son recently got a little science kit in a box from his birthday, and he was growing seeds. So you can see we've got a couple experiments going on the window here. And normally, I might help him through setting it all up, but this time I decided to get really curious again about seeds and how they grow. And I can't remember the last time I sat down and really watched a tiny little sprout emerge and a plant grow, but it really brings you back to the excitement of the small things in life. It's the tiny little things, moment to moment, that actually make life really interesting and engaging. So to bring back some parenting joy, just try to get a little more curious about the world, about the things your kids are learning about, and I think you'll find the parenting journey a lot more enjoyable.